Good afternoon, everybody. If everyone would just make their way to their seats, and then we'll get started in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Before we get started with the Army JROTC Academic National Championship, we would just like to say that we are honored to have several distinguished guests with us today. We would like to recognize two distinguished military guests. Major General Douglas Stitt, Director of Military Personnel Management, Office of the Deputy Chief of Staff, G1. Would you please stand back up for us, sir? I'm sorry. Thank you, sir. And our second distinguished military guest is Major General Wallace Arnold, who is the first African-American Cadet Command Commanding General. Sir, please stand to be recognized. All right, now, without further ado, please welcome to the stage Mr. Dave Bykowski. And teams, good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm very excited to welcome all of you on behalf of College Options Foundation and Academic Initiatives to this championship match. We have two incredibly talented teams, Cumberland Valley High School from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, and Xavier High School from New York, New York. Again, congratulations to both of the teams competing. I'm going to take a moment and introduce our moderator for this championship match. I've been very excited to have an excellent team working with us together for this event that I'm not able to stand up here without everything that they've done so much in the background. And so true leadership is giving others the opportunity to shine, in my mind. So in that vein, I will be introducing our moderator for this championship match. He holds a bachelor's degree in computer information technology from the University of Maryland Global College, and is currently pursuing a master's degree in computer science from Georgia Tech. Along with me, he's the only person who's been here for every single one of these events that we have had the privilege of being able to do with College Options going all the way back to 2007. That kind of history doesn't show dedication and a real love for this event. I'm really not sure what does. And especially this year, he has been huge in helping me out through a very challenging time to be able to put this event together for all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, our moderator for this championship, the Vice President of Academic Initiatives, Mr. Derek Winkler.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this Army Championship match. It has been a very long weekend for all of the moderators and for the teams. This is actually our 20th round of competition over the entire weekend. Not every team has played every match, but as Dave mentioned, we have a very strong team behind us, and many of our moderators have read every single match. So can we give them a quick round of applause, please? We're going to start off, as we always do, with some procedure. We're going to go ahead and do a buzzer check. I'm going to ask the team closest to me, the cadet closest to me, to ring in their buzzer first. Please introduce yourself by giving your name and your year in school.
My name is Thomas Tong. I'm a rising senior at Xavier High School.
Hi, my name is Mateo Musner. I'm a rising senior.
Hi, my name is Percy Moser. I'm a rising senior.
Hi, my name is Albert Hines. I'm also a rising senior at Xavier. Hi, my name is Cadet Connor Clifford, and I'm a rising senior at Cumberland Valley High School.
Hello, my name is Cadet Aman Mula, and I'm also a rising senior at Cumberland Valley High School.
Hello, my name is Cadet Emmeline Lombardo, and I'm also a rising senior at Cumberland Valley.
Hello, my name is Cadet Owen Reeves, and I'm also a rising senior at Cumberland Valley.
All right, with that out of the way, we will go ahead and get started with our competition. I would like to remind the audience, please, I know that you all know all of these answers, but please do not speak them out loud. You would be surprised how easily sound carries in a room like this. If we are able to hear an audience member utter an answer, we have to throw out the question and replace it, and then we have to throw out the person that uttered the answer. And we don't want to have to do that. We haven't had to do that. As Dave said, we've been doing this event since 2007. We've never had to throw someone out for something like that. I don't want to start today. So please, I know you all know it. Say it to yourself in your head. Tell your friends later, oh, I knew that answer. Great, wonderful. We want to give these teams the best chance to do their best job up here. We're going to get started with the first quarter of our championship round here. These are 8 toss-up questions. They are worth 10 points apiece. Teams, are you ready? All right, we'll begin. Toss-up number 1, hands on your buzzers. The 1921 massacre of black residents of Greenwood, a neighborhood known as Black Wall Street, that is Xavier.
Tulsa.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect, and I will continue. Actually, give me one moment, please. I apologize, we try not to have these issues on the first question. Tulsa is an acceptable answer for that question. We will move on to toss-up number 2. In chess notation, one of these symbols written after a move indicates a mistake, while 2 of these symbols denote a blunder. This symbol and an exclamation mark combine to create an interrobang. That is Cumberland Valley.
Asterisk.
That is incorrect. I will continue. Like the exclamation mark, this symbol may appear upside down at the beginning of certain sentences in Spanish. One theory for the origin of this symbol is that it used to be written as Q over O from the Latin word quaestio. Name this punctuation mark that indicates asking for missing information. That is Xavier.
Question mark?
That is correct. We will move on to toss-up number 3. This man released the document Fratelli Tutti in 2020, which in part called for greater cooperation. That is Xavier.
Pope Francis.
That's correct, yes. Toss-up number 4. This man's collections of plankton aboard the HMS Beagle were among, that is Cumberland Valley.
Charles Darwin.
Is the correct answer, yes. Toss-up number 5. The creator of this instrument wanted to make a single reed instrument with a conical bore rather than a cylindrical one. It was rapidly integrated into French military bands soon after its creation. That is Xavier.
French horn.
That is incorrect. I will continue. Into French military bands soon after its creation, but integration into orchestral works came more slowly. It appeared in Thomas's Hamlet, Bizet's L'Arlésienne, and works by Vaughan Williams and Britten. Name this instrument associated with jazz, made in soprano, alto, tenor, and baritone varieties. Yes, Cumberland Valley.
Saxophone.
Saxophone is the correct response. Toss-up number 6. This country's name in its native language, Schipperia, means land of the eagle, and the double-headed eagle on their flag that is Xavier.
Albania.
Albania is correct, yes. Toss-up number 7. Patients with this disease have severe scarring of the pancreas, which gives this disease its, that is Cumberland Valley.
Diabetes.
That is incorrect. I will continue. Which gives this disease its name. In men, this genetic disease can cause infertility due to not having a vas deferens. It can be diagnosed using a sweat test and causes thickening of bodily fluids. Mucus builds up in the lungs in this disease, causing difficulty in breathing. Name this disease, commonly abbreviated CF.
Cystic fibrosis.
That is the correct answer, yes. Toss-up number 8. Two important romances figure in the plot of this work, one being between Lorenzo and Jessica. In this play, Bassanio has to borrow the money to travel to Belmont, where his beloved lives. The man from whom he borrows, Antonio, likewise has borrowed from another merchant, one who is known as the stingiest in the city. That is Cumberland Valley.
Merchant of Venice.
That is the correct answer, yes. And the score on the screen is correct after the first quarter. So we have a score of Xavier 50, Cumberland Valley 30. We move on to the second quarter. This quarter consists of 4 toss-up questions, each with an associated bonus. The toss-ups are worth 10 points. The bonuses are 3 parts worth 10 points each for 30 points total. The team that answers the toss-up gets the first chance at the bonus part, but the other team can steal on an incorrect answer. Teams, are you ready? All right, here comes toss-up number 1 in the second quarter. Double fertilization is used by organisms that produce these structures. Those organisms, angiosperms, produce parts of these structures in multiples of 3 when monocots and multiples of, that is Xavier.
Diatoms.
That is incorrect, I'll continue. And multiples of 4 or 5 when dicots. These structures contain the carpel and the stamen and may contain nectar to attract animals and promote pollination. Name these colorful reproductive organs of plants like tulips, daisies, and roses. Cumberland Valley.
Petals.
No, the correct answer we're looking for is flowers. Flowers are the reproductive organs of plants. We move to toss-up number 2. Contrary to one theory that this work's title land was derived from the common abbreviation for ounce, no political or economic undertones were intended in this work. That is Xavier.
The Wizard of Oz.
That is correct, yes. Xavier, you will get your first shot at these bonus questions. Although this character's story was not originally in the 1001 Nights, it was later added by Antoine Galland. For 10 points each, part A. Name this character whom a sorcerer persuades into retrieving a magic oil lamp from a trapped cave. This character summons a lesser genie from a magic ring when he rubs his hands together.
Aladdin.
Say it again, please.
Aladdin.
That is correct, yes. Part B. The 1001 Nights is a collection of folk tales compiled in this language during the Islamic Golden Age. This language is the most spoken in the Middle East.
Arabic.
Arabic is correct. And part C. This other wish-granting object is the central plot point in a story by W.W. Jacobs. Sergeant Major Morris throws this object in the fireplace after telling Mr. White about how it was cursed by a fakir to grant 3 wishes.
The monkey's paw.
That is correct. Good for 30 earned on the bonus. We'll move to toss-up. We'll go ahead and move to toss-up number 3, teams. Hands back on your buzzers. This country was ruled by the Khazar dynasty, which was overthrown in the White Revolution. After this country's eponymous revolution, the failed Operation Eagle Claw attempted to free 66 American diplomatic hostages. That is Xavier.
Iran.
Iran is correct. For your bonus, for 10 points each, answer some questions about the Bantu ethnic group in sub-Saharan Africa. Part A. This country only has one Bantu ethnic group, but that group is split into 3 major subgroups: Batwa, Hutu, and Tutsi. In 1994, extremist Hutus in this country killed over 500,000 Tutsis in a mass genocide.
Rwanda.
That is correct. Part B. This country's Bantu groups, including the Kikuyu, led the Mau Mau uprising against British authorities in and around Nairobi. This country's current president is Uhuru Kenyatta.
Kenya.
Is correct. And part C. This country is approximately 3/4 Bantu, with almost 23% being Zulu. Before becoming this country's first black president, Nelson Mandela was a Xhosa-speaking lawyer in Johannesburg.
South Africa.
South Africa is correct for another 30-point bonus. We move to toss-up number 4. Euclid's fifth postulate is sometimes named for this word, and this property may be violated in higher-level geometries. Two lines with this property can be cut with another line called a transversal, creating pairs of congruent angles. That is Xavier.
Parallel lines.
Parallel is the correct answer, yes. For your bonus, one theorem developed by this mathematician states that for any prime number p and any integer a to the p minus a is an integer multiple of p. For 10 points each, part A. Name this mathematician whose little theorem was named to distinguish it from his last theorem, which he wrote in the margin of a book with no proof. That theorem was later proved by Andrew Wiles.
Galileo.
That is incorrect. Cumberland Valley, can you steal? Answer, please.
Copernicus.
No, Fermat. If you've heard of Fermat's last theorem, it is Fermat. Part B, we go back to Xavier. Fermat's last theorem states that no three positive integers, a, b, and c, satisfy the equation a to the n plus b to the n equals c to the n for any n greater than this number. This number is the degree of quadratic polynomials.
2.
2 is the correct answer. And part C. Pierre de Fermat was from this country where he went to university in Orléans and lived in Bordeaux. This European country was also home to mathematicians such as Blaise Pascal and René Descartes.
France.
France is correct. That was 20 points earned on that bonus. The scores on the screen have been confirmed. We have Xavier High School with 160, Cumberland Valley High School with 30. So Cumberland Valley, you will have your first choice of the following 3 categories for the category round. They are economics, French scientists, and inventing new words.
Could we please have inventing new words?
You absolutely may have inventing new words. So this category is just for you. These are 10 questions worth 10 points each. Literature has a way of introducing new words into English. Identify each of the following related to writings that have expanded the English language. Number 1, in John Milton's Paradise Lost, he named the capital city of hell this name, today used as a synonym for chaos. Answer, please. That's time. The correct answer is pandemonium. Question number 2. In his novel R.U.R., the Czech novelist Karel Čapek coined this word to refer to an android. Answer, please.
Robot.
Robot is the correct answer. Question number 3. Many new words, most of them nonsense, were invented by this author in his poem Jabberwocky.
Carol.
Lewis Carroll is correct. Question number 4. Edmund Spenser created this word that means glaringly obvious in his The Fairy Queen.
Blatant.
Blatant is correct. Number 5. This race of brutish humans in Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travels lent its name to a term for any crude person and a once popular internet search engine.
Yahoo.
Is correct, yes. Number 6, this verb, meaning to be pompous or boastful in one's manner, was introduced by William Shakespeare in the play A Midsummer Night's Dream. Answer, please.
Chickadee.
Swagger is what we're looking for there. Question number 7. The Sir Thomas More book of this name introduced this word meaning a perfect place.
Utopia.
That is correct. Number 8. This term for an advisor comes from a character in Homer's Odyssey who guided Telemachus.
Council.
Mentor is what we're looking for there. Question 9. Roald Dahl popularized this Royal Air Force term for a small monster that causes problems in aircraft. Answer, please.
Gremlin.
Gremlin is correct. And number 10. The biologist Richard Dawkins coined this term for a fundamental unit of culture akin to a gene in biology in his The Selfish Gene. Today, it usually refers to a viral online trend.
Fad.
Meme is what we're looking for there, M-E-M-E. So I believe that was 6 questions correct on that category. And we now move to Xavier High School. Which category would you like?
Economics.
Economics. Identify each of the following associated with this supposed dismal science. Number 1, the eco in economics shares a root with the word ecology. In both cases, the word comes from the Greek root oikos, which has this meaning.
To grow.
No, it means home or house. Question number 2, this is the general rise in prices in an economy over time.
Inflation.
That's correct. Number 3, this English economist revolutionized economic thinking in his 1936 book, The General Theory of Employment, Interest, and Money.
John Stuart Mill.
No, his first name is John, but it's John Maynard Keynes. Number 4, the people, systems, and procedures that allow for trade and exchange in a society are collectively named this, such as the one for stocks.
Market.
Correct, yes. Number 5, according to the Phillips curve, the rate of inflation and this rate associated with people available for work are inversely proportional.
Unemployment.
That's correct. Number 6, if a company is the only provider of a good or service, it may be said to have this status.
Monopoly.
That's correct. Number 7, either of the 2 companies on which members of the Reddit subgroup Wall Street Bets initiated profitable short squeezes in January 2021.
GameStop.
GameStop or AMC, both are correct. Number 8, a person who is paid for their job as a total annual amount is said to receive this kind of compensation rather than an hourly wage.
Salary.
Salary is correct. Number 9, when different people, companies, or countries specialize in manufacturing certain things, there is said to be a division of this concept, another word for work.
Labor.
Labor is correct. And finally, number 10, this Latin phrase meaning for each head is often used to average out a number over the total number of people in a certain place. Answer, please.
Gross domestic product.
No, per capita is what we're looking for there. And that was 7 questions answered correctly on that category. The scores on the screen have been confirmed as correct. We have Xavier High School with 230 points and Cumberland Valley High School with 90 points. We now move into the 4th quarter. This is identical to the 1st quarter, 8 toss-up questions, except this time they're worth 20 points each. Teams, hands on your buzzers. Here is toss-up number 1. Robert the Bruce was mythically inspired by one of these animals to keep fighting the English. In Akan folklore, the trickster god and master of all stories takes that is Cumberland Valley.
Spider.
That is correct, yes. Takes the form of a spider. Question 2. In one painting by this artist, infants Jesus and John the Baptist hold birds, and in another, 2 bored-looking angels look up at the central figure. This artist of, yes, that was Xavier.
Leonardo da Vinci.
That is incorrect, I'll continue. This artist of Madonna and the Goldfinch and Sister Sistine Madonna created a work where Euclid and Pythagoras lounge on steps in the foreground. That work depicts Plato pointing at the sky and Aristotle pointing at the earth. Name this Renaissance artist of the School of Athens. Cumberland Valley. Answer, please.
Michelangelo.
No, try another Ninja Turtle, it's Raphael. Toss-up number 3. One scandal during this war involved the distribution of embalmed beef to troops. Coupled with yellow journalism, the aftermath of the explosion of the USS Maine, that is Xavier.
Spanish-American War.
That is the correct answer, yes. Toss-up number 4. The giant impact theory of how this object was created states that a Mars-sized object called Theia, that is Cumberland Valley.
The moon.
That is correct, Earth's moon. Question 5. The oil field of Statfjord lies in this sea, east of the Shetland Islands. The largest helicopter port in the world lies on the shore of this body of water that is Xavier.
North Sea.
North Sea is correct. Question 6. George Miller studied this facility, which he proposed has a capacity of 7 ± 2. The prenatal form of this facility is key to maternal attachment. Walking through a doorway creates an event boundary and files away parts of this facility, which may result in the temporary amnesia of why you walked into a room. Aging is correlated with loss of what mental facility that allows for remembering information? Xavier.
Cerebral cortex.
That's incorrect. 5 seconds to buzz in. Cumberland Valley.
Hippocampus.
No, we're just looking for memory there. Just the concept of memory. Toss-up number 7. One figure in this book is promised that his descendants will inherit land from the river of Egypt. That is Xavier.
The Bible.
Can you be more specific?
Genesis.
Genesis is correct, the book of Genesis. And the final toss-up of the game. The antagonist of this novel fulfills a threat of, I will be with you on your wedding night by killing Elizabeth. The frame narrative of this Gothic novel is a series of letters that is Cumberland Valley.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein is the correct answer. That is the end of our game, and the scores have been confirmed. We have a final score of Xavier High School with 290 points and Cumberland Valley High School with 150 points. Congratulations, Xavier.